Last night, the Review Journal proclaimed buffets in Las Vegas casinos might have had their day in what has to be one of the most egregious cases of clickbaity titles I have ever seen. This permeated into my chat last night, my live stream that I did, where somebody said, the Review Journal just dropped a bomb that buffets are done in Las Vegas. I went and looked at the article, and I'm going to tell you what I think about it, and if buffets are done in Vegas, we'll go over that too, but don't panic just quite yet. I don't think that's the case. How's it going out there for you today? My name is Steven. I'm not leaving Las Vegas. I'm a Vegas local. I give you a perspective, maybe a little bit different than what you see when you just come here for a couple of nights. Hope you like, share, subscribe, hit the bell for the notifications. If you guys want to reach out and support and do all that stuff, hit the comments below. That would be great. Are you comfortable going to a buffet nowadays? Would you go to a buffet in your local hometown? Was this a big thing in your Vegas plans? Would it drive you to another location like California with a native casino, native gaming, where they might have buffets? Also, if you want to be in the credits of the video, head on over to Patreon. I post stuff up there early when I do little mini documentary films, and I also like to post little topics and things there that I don't post here. We got the Teespring store. You can get some merchandise, that kind of stuff. But last night, the Review Journal, they sure did it. Buffets in Las Vegas may have had their day. Oh my gosh, does that sound clickbaity to you? Now, we all do it. Every YouTube channel does it. Now's the time in the video where the haters are going, you do clickbait all the time. They're furiously typing in their keyboard. But the truth is, I at least don't do that bad of a clickbait. This is ridiculous. The article actually goes on to say that the buffets probably won't be coming back anytime soon. They're a loss leader and all this different stuff. But then we get to a part in the article, which I'll get to in a minute, after we discuss about the economics of the buffets, where we have somebody that's like a fellow at an institute. You know, those words are always great. Usually they're going to tell us what's good for us and what's not good for us and what they think about society as a whole. He works over at UNLV. He said what he thought about buffets, and it's pretty insulting, actually, because I got to be honest, buffets are still popular in Las Vegas, okay? I'm on the Strip doing timeshare for 12 years. One of the big things was the all-you-can-eat buffet passes that the Luxor and MGM properties had. I think it was Luxor, MGM, Bellagio. You wear a wristband. You can eat all you can at any buffet for 48 hours, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's great because you're always going to be near one of those hotels. Buffets have lineups, sometimes 2 hours long during the holiday season. Maybe not now in this post-C19 world, that's for sure. But the point is, the lineups were there. People wanted to go to the buffets. People were paying $55 for a buffet over at the Bacchanal at Caesar's Palace. People were clamoring for the best buffet according to USA Today over at the Wicked Spoon. People ask me what the best buffet is in my videos all the time. But these folks think that the buffets are done. Okay, so they reached out in the article. They talked to CEOs of Penn National Gaming, Eldorado Resorts, who is in the process of buying Caesars Entertainment, where the deal should close in June, apparently. Station Casinos, Wynn, MGM, and they point out a few points. Number one, buffets, they say, are a loss leader for the hotel. Number two, people might not feel comfortable eating at the buffets, and they don't want to lose money. Number three, it's difficult to run a buffet and keep it up to current health standards, whatever those may be, when it comes down from the Nevada Gaming Commission and the state and all of the local, all of the local levels of government, okay? But that doesn't mean that they're gone for good. What that means is that we don't know how to gauge what the comeback to Las Vegas is going to be. We don't know how it's going to be coming back to Las Vegas. In the same article where it points out that Wynn has no plans listed for the buffets in their 28-page super surveillance plan, and then they say that the buffet service will be canceled for the conventions, and that doesn't make any difference. The buffets for the conventions are completely different things than the regular buffet that people go to, and the Wynn tried to keep their buffet open all the way to the very end of the closures before they all closed, so far as having people actually serving you the food at the buffet. Ricardo's, a local staple in Las Vegas, going out of business, unfortunately. They had one last big hurrah last Friday, May 15th, I believe it was, and they had a buffet where it was all you can eat, but the food was served by people. So there is ways to do it, but it does come down to the costs of a buffet. So if you think about a buffet, there's a model for the buffet. They look at how much food they buy in bulk, cheap things like bread and salads and salad dressing versus expensive things like cuts of meats and different crab's legs. And then they look at how many people are going to be eating the buffet, and they see if they can make a profit by filling people up at the buffet with salad and bread before they get to the good stuff. That's why when you go to a buffet, the salads and the breads are the first things that you walk past. And here we go again. Every time, I really thought I said, oh, it's cold. I'm wiping this off. I'm wiping this off again. I honestly thought I turned that sprinkler off. I guess I was wrong. It's not on the right timer. All right, so where were we? Going back to buffets. That was quite a fun interlude. Going back to buffets. They see how much food they can buy for the buffet. They count on people eating all the cheap stuff when you get to the buffet line. They count on you guys not having to get to the meats and fill up on meats. And smart buffet eaters know the way to go. They're going to go in on an empty stomach. They're going to fill up on prime rib and all sorts of seafood and goodies, gourmet things. And that's something that buffets count on, you not eating a lot. But they also count on volume of people coming through the door. That's very, very important to the buffet. And if they don't have the people coming back to Las Vegas, then they don't have the profit model that they need to run the buffet. And that's the crux of the article. So where it says buffets may have seen their day in Las Vegas, what they're really saying is that buffets may have seen their day for the time being in Las Vegas, because if we only get 20 to 30% of the people to come back in the next 6 to 8 months, and it takes a longer time as vaccines are developed and all these possibilities of, herd immunity are around, we don't know the stats and the numbers, we have bad data right now, then that's going to mean that it takes a little bit of time for the profit model for the buffet to become healthy again. In the meantime, casinos face a conundrum. They have a quagmire that they're in. I don't know any big words to explain it after those two. They have a problem with big empty spaces in their hotels. If they staff people to serve you the food, then their profit model gets shot down into flames. If they just close the buffets, then that's one thing, but they might want to reposition and reuse them. And I don't know for certain if the Treasure Island buffet is done for good. I'm not sure if the Golden Nugget has decided to not have a buffet. These are things that we will announce as they're more concrete, and those are rumors that I have to address that we have heard. But there is one more thing. This gentleman named Robert Lang was the director of UNLV's Brookings Mountain West Research Institute. He decided that buffets have been outgrown in Las Vegas. It's news to me, isn't it news to you? And this is a prime example of somebody who heads up some big thing at a university somewhere. And I'm not hating on universities. If you're my doctor, I hope you went to the best university out there. This is a good example of somebody, though, who knows better than us. And his exact quote is, "I'm guessing they're not doing buffets for a while. We were losing those anyways." That's news to me. Is it news to you? Were we losing the buffets anyways? Those aren't a staple anymore, he says. Las Vegas went up market. It's not 1995. So in a way, that's actually kind of insulting. It's insulting to me and it's insulting to you that this guy, Robert Lang with UNLV, would be coming out there and acting as though, oh, buffets are so gross. They're so the past. It's not 1995 anymore. That's like when you make fun of somebody's style or their glasses. Hey, 1995 called. They want their multicolored, living color jacket back. Or they, that's the kind of thing that people get frustrated about when people who think they're in a position to know better than you claim that you don't know what you're talking about. And if you're talking about something like enjoying a buffet, it's obviously that you are not upmarket, you're not upscale, and he's turning your nose at you and making you think that you are somehow less than. And that's a problem. But what can't be overlooked, it says in the exact same sentence right after, is how the buffets are popular with tourists. So in one sentence, it says, buffets are so gone. It's not 1995. Have some class, people. And it went up market, folks. In the very next sentence, it does agree that buffets are super popular with tourists. So is the buffet coming back to Las Vegas when the resort's open? Probably not, unless there is going to be maybe one or two companies that see the demand. And I think that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to take a look and monitor the demand for these things and make sure that people are in Las Vegas so they can run a profit model. Maybe they get rid of some of the super premium things that they had, or reduce the desserts, or just offer a buffet service that's 25% of what it used to be. But the fact is that the Circus got super rich on serving super cheap buffets to massive amount of people to keep them in the casino and keep them gambling. MGM Resorts International went further with this by offering a multi-band that got you into any of the buffets at several of their properties. So why? So you could get to the property and you could gamble. Sure, the buffets may be a loss leader for the casinos, but that doesn't necessarily preclude them from being included in the rebuilding and the rebirthing and the renaissance of Las Vegas that we will be entering into soon. So my opinion is that, yes, there may be a bit of a delay in your favorite buffet coming back, full stop. But that doesn't mean that they're done for good. As I think it was Lou Reed said something like, the rumors of my death are greatly over-exaggerated. Well, that's exactly what the rumors of the buffet are, greatly over-exaggerated. And for a time, there may not be any, but you should still have faith that Vegas will come back, because I have faith, and I hope that you can keep that faith with me too. That's the video for today, with the interruption for the water and for me trying to find the guy's name. I had to cut out some dead air. Hopefully you liked it. Hopefully you like, share, subscribe, and leave us a comment below how you feel about buffets in the new era that we are entering in. My name is Steven, and I am not leaving Las Vegas. I'm a Vegas blogger. Like, share, subscribe, hit the bell for the notifications, check out the Patreon, go to the Facebook group Not Leaving Las Vegas, and I'll see you guys in my nightly live stream, and I appreciate y'all being here. Thanks for watching. Now's when I say 3, 2, 1, click. So 3, 2, 1, and click.
Thank you.